I just was very, very curious, and for me to see an Anas film live, you know, this is the first time. So I was very curious, extremely curious.
But I was also looking forward to it having results, because a lot of times Anas documentaries come out, it's exciting for us to watch, it's entertaining, but then the impact it has isn't felt as much. So I was hoping it would be good, and I was excited.
So when it actually happened, I was blown away. As I said, I didn't know what to expect, but when it came, it was completely. First of all, you don't normally associate Anas with something like football or sports, for that matter. He's into social justice, he's into politics. You know, those are the kind of things he's looked at. You know, the legal sector and so on. So this was very different, and because football touches a lot of people. It was completely, it was earth-shattering.
I was speechless, and I was incredibly sad and upset that that level of corruption, greed went on in a game that we all just appreciate as human beings and as Africans especially.
The other thing that shocked me was Nyantakyi himself, the level of human greed. You could see this man's eyes popping up. The more the dollars were being dropped on the table, almost like a lapdog. And I thought this is the most embarrassing thing that I have ever seen for a man who he's well off, he's got businesses, he's a big man. I just felt that was actually disgusting. There are those who feel this was entrapment because you led someone to do something that he might perhaps ordinarily not do. I mean, if I wave some notes in front of you, you know, your tendency is to jump. Yes, I want some of that cash. But I see it differently. I think personally, as a journalist, and I've been an editor for many years, having to make these kind of decisions, I think he made the right call. If I come to you and your regulations that you work by, both FIFA regulations, the Ghana Football Association regulations, clearly say that cash or any kind of gift that would, you know, induce you in any way is a no-no. So just the act of accepting that is wrong, especially within the context of what you're going to do. And secondly, there was a clear contract established between the investigators and the referees, as in, here is some money, it's a gift, and this is what we want you to do for us. Can you throw this game for us? Can you protect this player not to get a yellow card or not to get injured? Can you help us, you know, promote this player onto, you know, maybe onto Team B or Team A of the Black Stars, etc.? And the man says, yes, just go and do your part and I will do mine. You've entered a verbal contract. So it's very clear in our minds what this money is for. Then secondly, you always have the opportunity to use your mouth and say no. So I don't think that Anas crossed the line at all. I just felt this was greed. I'm looking at Nyantakyi, for example. He was asked questions about football, because that was the theme of the film. And the man, out of you know, his own volition, seeing dollar signs in front of his eyes, took us onto Jubilee House, took us onto the president. Nobody asked him to take us there. He started fixing these deals, and the more money was dropping on the table, the more his mouth was opening. It's you almost like you could see, you know, his eyes were like light bulbs, you know, little, yeah, call me your friend, I'm your brother, adopt me, as in, please. And you're a well-off person, you've got money, you've got businesses. What is it? So it was purely human greed. And you know, in all fairness, this is what police call sting operations. The FBI do that. They will set up, if you know, it's something that they know, if you do this and you're breaking the law, you have the ability to say no. People choose not to. So every single person who accepted money knowing what it was for. It was not a gift. I think even the Kenyan referee tried to argue that it was. In the end, he found that argument also sustainable. He himself resigned. We saw you chop. Hey. This investigation by Anas will have huge repercussions. It will mean a lot for us, because suddenly we're coming face to face with the reality that football is deeply corrupt. We knew it was, but this is just evidence that it actually really is. and to what level, no one is. Anas didn't even get to the level of players. He only, it was just the match referees and so on. So I just feel that it's going to lead to a lot of soul searching. People will demand, you can see that debate in Ghana saying, GFA trying to step back in and to take disciplinary action. That's not what we need. We need a complete overhaul. People begin to question, let's go back 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago, even to 2010, when Ghana lost in South Africa. Maybe, maybe not. Were there issues there? So we start questioning everything. And for players to go onto the field, and remember, football is a multi-billion-dollar industry. People spend a lot of emotional energies are invested in this, so people want to know that at least it should be fair. Unfortunately, FIFA has done a lot in bringing in, video technology in the refereeing of games, but now when it comes to bribes, we're still not there yet, because you cannot put a video camera in a man's heart to know whether he's going to take a bribe. So there's a lot of work ahead.
People are hungry to see a change. People are hungry to see things done the right way. We Ghanaians and Africans would continue to be passionate about the game of football, but we want it done on a clean slate. Corruption shouldn't trickle down even to a point of a game that is so emotional, that has so much emotional engagement. Anas and Tiger IPI did say that the documentary would get results. It's clearly gotten results locally to a large extent, but there's a lot more to be done. A number of Ghanaians also felt like the level of completion with the documentary, say speaking to the President Akufo-Addo, even speaking to the Vice, speaking to Anthony Cabo, whose name was mentioned extensively by Kwesi Nyantakyi, that was missing, and that's what many want to see, because that means that there's a lot more happening in other sectors and with ministers as well. And so I think it's just the beginning of a new page. Hopefully it's carried on. Hopefully Anas can only do his part as a journalist. He's done his part, he's exposed it, but the rest has to be done by the right institutions, and hopefully that's done, and then we would see a change in the long run. Yeah.